In this video, let's talk about Aurelle in Tampines. Now, before I start, I have to be clear. My voice is quite sexy, not in the best condition, but let me just try and put the important things out there so that you know what's important for Aurelle. So, I wanted to wait for more information to come in, but it's nearing to the date of the preview launch, which is at the 8th of February. That's the targeted. It may change. It may also coincide with Parktown, which is on the 7th of February, which is only in like a few weeks' time. So those who are doing your research, I hope you see this, because this is as much data I have at this point of time. When there's more information, I will definitely upload and let you guys know. Right, so we all know that Aurelle is very near to Parktown. So if you haven't watched that video, I suggest after you watch this, go and watch that as well. Because in this video, I will be covering only Aurelle related project, as in related information. Many things will be duplicated from the Parktown, so I don't want to bore you. Those who have watched them, when you watch this, you will know that there's not much of an overlap. So those who haven't watched that, watch that video. I will link it over here. Go and watch because you will know why you should buy Aurelle or Parktown. Basically, in short, you need to understand your finance, right? That's the first thing. Because for easy project, not everybody is eligible. So if you are eligible for both, you really want to consider both in terms of how much is their potential growth, whether you like the location, whether you stay in this place, you're going to like it, you're going to stay for maybe 5-10 years, whether you'll be happy here. Because for all developments, you need to think of it as a home. You need to be staying there. It is not just for the gains. Of course, you want that, but that is secondary, always secondary to whether you're happy staying in this house. Okay, so I don't want to bore you, I don't want to waste your time, so let's just dive right in. Yeah, so this is a project that is expected to TOP in 31st December 2028. Expected legal completion date will be 31st December 2031. Okay, so if you don't already know, this is developed by Sim Lian, right? One of the well-known developer here in Singapore, right? So in this project, easy to remember, we have 14 blocks, 14 story, right? You'll be expecting basement car park, and you're gonna get a lot of facilities as well as a swimming pool. We'll see that later on with the site plan. And this has a total of 760 units, right? In terms of car park, you're gonna get 608 basement car park. This includes 7 for EV charging. You are also going to get 5 handicap parking lot. This will include 1 EV charging. All right. So where is this place? So Parktown is here in blue, right? This is where Aurelle is. This is about 5 minutes away from each other. Okay. This whitish line over here is basically your TPE. We'll see that more later on, but this is where you basically can imagine what an expressway can cost. And this is the only thing that I think people don't like this project. But hear me out first, because it may just be very, very minimal. And because of the distance and because of this being an EC, that 5-10 years is gonna be worth it. Okay, so hear me out first. So 5 minutes away from Parktown, basically where you get your Tampines North MRT, bus interchange, hawker, community club, right? So this MRT basically is going to connect you to Pasir Ris, which is over here, right? That's where you can get another set of makan if there's no repetitive. Right now we don't know, but yeah, that's another choice for you, right? Just one MRT stop away, right? And then from here you can get to the Tampines Central, which is where your Century Square, your Tampines Mall, Tampines 1 is, right? So this cross island line basically doesn't cross towards Tampines Central. So you got to get to Pasir Ris first before you can get to, Tampines Interchange, or you can always, take a Grab or drive, right? And then on the other end, it's, you know, 2 stations away from Hougang, where you can connect to your Northeast line. That's where you can visit your friends, families, you know, who is staying in your Punggol, Sengkang area, right? And then you are also 4 stations away from your Circle line, right? In Serangoon, right? Further down the line, 5 stations away, you will get to Ang Mo Kio. That's also where you can connect to the North-South line, which is the red line. And then 6 stations away from Bishan, which is also the Circle line. Further down, 7 stations. That's where you get to your Thomson East Coast line. That is also where you can get to the, you know, the other side of the downtown line, right? So depending on where you're trying to get to, this is already very convenient standalone MRT station where you can get to different interchange, right? So from here, where you can see from the map, right? This is where Aurelle is. The blue one is basically where Parktown is, right? So 1 MRT station away, this is where Pasir Ris is, and this is where your Pasir Ris Mall, White Sands Mall is. So another set of cuisine and menu that you can get in Pasir Ris, and that's where you also connect to your Pasir Ris MRT, and you get to your Tampines main central interchange, right? So if you don't already know, Tampines is named after a tree called the Tampines Street, right? So the concept is basically trying to make use of the brand Tampines, right? To have a town theme, live within our city in nature. So you will see a lot of greens, a lot of plant inspired in the architecture. So this is the north, sorry, this is not the north facing. I'll show you later on in another picture, right? So you will see a lot of the greeneries around the project later on in some of the other photos, right? So they're basically trying to make use of, and you can actually see from a lot of projects, they're making use of a lot of greens because they don't want it to be too concrete, too urban. If you compare to many overseas projects. In Singapore, it's very different, all right? And this is the very well-known cover photo that you will see for Aurelle. Wherever you go, this will be the picture you see. Again, this is work in progress. This is not confirmed, but it's more or less there. If they release a picture like that, they will try to, as much as they can, to go towards or move towards this kind of concept in the project, right? Back to TPE. Now, because the developers are well-known developers, they know of this problem, sort of. So the way that they design the blocks, right, it's oriented such that there is the least exposed from the noise source, right? And this basically just means that it reduces the surface area directly exposed to the sound wave. So later on you will see it's actually not that bad, right? Some more photographs from, you know, the artist's impression, right? So this picture, you can see clearly. So basically this is already the north-south facing from your usual Google map, right? This will be the north, this will be the south already, right? So TPE is here. The closest block that you can find is basically this one, right? You see that when the sound wave moves in this manner, this will be the first one to get hit and then later on spread across, right? So this design is already carefully thought about. You won't get that much, right? It basically cuts the noise away. The one that's going to face most, I can tell you, is basically the swimming pool and the tennis court, which when you are already outdoor, you're going to get the kids, right? So I don't know whether the cars is going to be the noisier one or the kids going to be the noisier one, you decide. Or when you stay in there, you let me know. But basically, I can tell you, you will think this as more like a white noise already versus what you're getting over here, right? So simple way to look at this chart over here, units over here, right, are 3 rooms. And then we have the 4 rooms and then the 5 rooms, right? 3 rooms are basically the green ones that you see over here, right? The red pinkish one is your 4 room. The orange one is your 5 room. That's it. Very easy to understand when you take a glance like that, right? Right, so 14 story, 14 blocks. In short, this is what we will get in terms of the unit distribution. So all blocks sure will have your 3-bedroom. It's just what kind of 3-bedroom you get, right? So whether it's 3-bedroom premium, 3-bedroom study, you got to decide lah, you got to choose lah, right? So a bit of the view from different angle, right? So as you can see, this is basically your TPE, right? And then you have all these trees already taking the first wave for you. Yeah, I like this view a lot more because from here, you can basically see this park town over here. So basically 5 minutes walk and you are there. If you're cycling, maybe just 1 minute, depending on how fast you cycle. I give you maybe 1 to 5 minutes, even if you cycle as fast as somebody who's walking, all right? So that's how short the distance is between Parktown and Aurelle, okay, right? So this is basically your street 62, right? So along here, you get some other, if I'm not wrong, there is a tenet here. So I think this is basically tenet, you know, based on the colors. Another view so that you can see basically because of the layout being more of a north-south facing, those who have stayed or those who have friends having this kind of views, right, having this kind of orientation, you will know that it can be actually quite windy, or another way to put it is that the ventilation is going to be good, right? North-south versus east-west, right? So you can see from here as well, you're going to get very minimal of the east-west sun view based on this kind of orientation, okay? Right, so in terms of your car movement, all right, like many other projects, first you get your drop-off pickup point. So this is like a roundabout. So this blue color line, basically you can see that this is where the car park is, right? And then the purple one is basically the exit for people who are trying to get out of this development. Another artist impression of how this project may look like. Function room. Right, next thing, harmonization. So this is basically post-harmonization project. Something simple and something easy for you to remember whenever you hear harmonization, okay? So this word came about because in the past, the government agencies were not talking to each other. They have many different standards to calculate strata area per se, right? So they finally come into harmony, right? And then they have a standard now across the board. So basically this is what we meant by post-harmonization, okay? So the area that, or the price that you're paying for is basically the usable area that you're going to get in your unit. In short, aircon ledge not counted, basically that, okay? So don't be too confused by this big word. I already try to simplify, right? So if you go for the preview initial flat unit, these are the units that you're going to see. Basically your 3-bedroom premium, 3-bedroom plus study, and the 4-bedroom compact, okay? Something I really like and I want to show you is not this one, later on. But this is to show you that non-strata area, basically the non-usable space, the aircon ledge is here. You're paying for this red color boundary area. Okay, this is the one that I want to show you. Basically, this orange yellow color means removable wall. Okay, so you have a bit of play around if you want to, right? So basically, when I first look at this, my thoughts you can actually play around with is basically this. Because this room is the closest to your master bedroom, right? In this layout, it is not possible for you to do this as a wall or as a door, because this is your master bed bathroom, this is your second bathroom. If you have a door here, these guys will have trouble. So those who wants to have a master bedroom come study room come walk-in wardrobe, basically extended master bedroom, right? What you can do is you can have this removed. This will be a wall, this will be a door for you, right? This is the standard already there, right? So then you basically can come in from this door. You want to come in from this door also can, because this is already made. So basically you then have this large area, right? So then, yeah, you have your master bath over here and your second bathroom, right? So this is one way that you can try to play with this layout or with this unit. And that's how flexible it is for this, right? And this is what 3-bedroom study looks like. So if you don't like what I previously suggested, then maybe you'll pick this one. Okay, this is the 3-bedroom plus study. All right, let me confirm. So this is basically your 3-bedroom plus study. Why this is better? Earlier on, you see that the bathroom and the second bathroom is connected to each other, right? With this study room coming in between, now you can basically have your door out here, right? Then you basically have all this combined, or you can even have your door up here, and then you remove all this. So then you have your study, your extended, I don't know, bedroom, wardrobe, up to you. But basically you have this entire area to yourself, right? And then people can still use the bathroom without any blocking, right? So this is something that you really want to consider if you are going for a 3-bedroom and you are considering getting your wall removed. These two units or these two kind of layouts will probably have you think a little bit more and how you want to play it. I mean, these are my suggestions. You can always do wonders or do different. So discuss this with your interior designer. I'm sure they can do different things and more layouts than what I suggested, right? So then we have your 4-bedroom compact, right? So the very usual privacy like what you get from your 3-bedroom and also your removable wall, right? So play with it, talk to your interior designer, right? Understand what can be done, what is the best, how you can make use of the space that you already have and maximize it, right? Unfortunately, I don't have a picture of the toilet. This is as much as I can show you, but I have visited the show flat unit and I can tell you it's very similar to a lot of other luxurious calm toilet or bathroom that you will get, okay, with this kind of colors in different bathroom lah. Okay, so if you want to see, the only way is really to go down to the showroom on the show flat, right? And if you're doing so, reach out. We can always arrange meet up, then we go down and take a look, right? And then we also have famous brands, big brands coming in for your fixtures and fittings, right? Your kitchen appliances, as well as for your bathroom. So a little bit of what Sim Lian has done previously, right? You can see whenever it comes to blue-green, Sim Lian has done quite a fairly good job. And if you have visited different places, you will know that it's Sim Lian. It's Sim Lian. Okay, some more photos of previous or current projects. These are basically what the architects is trying to mimic or trying to visualize, all right? So these are work in progress, right? It's not final, but expect something like that, okay? Because that's what they are trying to put into this project, right? Like I said, the greens, the woods, the blues, yeah. Okay, a lot of inspiration coming from many different architecture that is already out there, okay, and they're trying to implement into Aurelle, okay. So again, site plan, all right, just to remind you, it's not that bad, really. So if you think this is really bad, I tell you, just go straight for Parktown, okay. I'm not trying to be too salesy, must buy Aurelle and all this, but a few things to consider lah. There's always the pros and the cons, right? So just different artist impression, what they're trying to do, what they're trying to include into Aurelle. Okay, so basically this highlighted area, right, is basically what they are trying to do, okay, which is what they call the forest alley. Okay, so lastly, I want to show you some of the things that you can get. Basically, you just have to reach out to me. I will send it over to you. This is an A3 chart where you can start to study the entire project. And of course, if you're not sure, you can always ask, right? Right? And most importantly, the floor plan, which is already available. So all you have to do is just reach out to me, send me a text, let me know that you saw my video on YouTube, and then all I do is just send the information over. And then when there are updates, you will of course be the first one to be notified, because I know that you're interested, and basically you get all the information. So don't have to wait till last minute and then you start to scramble and try to find details. Don't have to. Plan ahead, because you also need the financial calculation. You also need to understand your budgeting. You also need to plan and strategize, because then you know what you can get, what you cannot get, whether you want Aurelle, whether you want Parktown, whether you want something else. Yeah, so that's all I want to say to you. Right, so reach out. I hope I can help you in any ways. So take care. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.